Hello, this is Steve Adamko. This is December 25th, 2019. And I'm going to say Merry Christmas to everyone. And I got to thinking today about some things regarding audio. And that is, audio requires that you use your voice. And it's always a lot nicer if someone hears your voice. They could get a text from you. They could get an email from you. I'm sure a letter would be fantastic. But to hear your voice, that's what makes things happen. So many people would rather hear your voice than to get a text or an email and possibly a letter. In the absence of your voice, a letter is going to do just real fine. No doubt about that. And it's very personal. It's in someone's printing, handwriting, cursive style, whatever, but it's their personality. It's how they write. It's how they speak. They write a letter in a very conversational style. Well, there's one thing that the voice has that trumps the letter, and it's this: nuance, intonation, the way something is said, how it's said, how soft it's said, how loud it's said. These are all characterizations. And then that person's voice, well, that is their personal imprint. Pretty much like a thumbprint, your fingerprint. Your voice is you. Your voice has a certain register. It has a certain tonality to it. And people recognize you by your voice. How interesting. That is fantastic. So when you think of this, how important voice is, you realize that when it comes to looking at 2020, which is not that far away, many businesses want to distinctively do something different. And that means that they want to rise to greater heights than they ever have before. And we are now at 2020, a very magical year. And it's important that people start off energized and activated and ready to, as they say, hit the ground running. This is not a time to be, well, I got to it, a couple days late. This point of the year is, well, I shouldn't say this point of the year. I should say that this year, 2020, probably is going to be magical. I mean, it's like, hey, if you have vision, you have 2020 vision. And it's important to have vision. It's important for a business person to have vision. And a matter of fact, if you look at it from a biblical point of view, God has said, my people perish for lack of wisdom, knowledge, understanding. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And as I was considering audio or audio marketing or vocal marketing or my own marketing with my voice or my interview service where I interview other business people who want to take their business or their personal services to a new higher level and be more engaged and be more engaging, which I can easily help people do that, be more engaging. My gosh, I used to be shy and reserved when I was younger, but obviously I'm not anymore. And there's some secrets behind that and some revelation behind what I just said. But I reserve that for my own paying clients. I don't reveal that to anybody else. And that's okay, because that's what gives me the edge. So anyway, as I was thinking and contemplating about audio interviews to help other people get themselves out there and to make a difference in the world and to make an impact and to do it in a warm, congenial, conversational way where they are being responsive to a set of personalized questions specifically tailored to them and their situation and their ideal clients. Okay? Very important. And so, having thought about that, I thought, I'm going to look up voice or their voice or my voice in the Bible. See what I come up with. Well, I came up with two passages that fit this thought real well. And one came way before the other. The first one, well, let me put it this way. The one I came up with first or saw first was in the New Testament. And the one I saw second was in the Old Testament. But obviously, the Old Testament came before the New Testament. So anyway, and these are both passages from the New International Version. Obviously, business can be local, national, or international, and around the world. So the verse from the Old Testament is from Psalms 19, chapter 19, verse 4. And here's what it says. So apropos. Yet their voice goes out into all the earth, their words to the ends of the world. Okay, the other one is in the New Testament, and it's Romans 10, chapter 10, verse 18. And here's how this goes. But I ask, did they not hear? Of course they did. Their voice has gone out into all the earth, their words to the ends of the world. And guess what? That part is in quotes. So here's the part that's in quotes that is actually referring back to Psalm 19, verse 4. Isn't this awesome? Okay, here's the quote. Quote, their voice has gone out into all the earth, their words to the ends of the world, unquote. Is that awesome or what? So anyway, that's something to consider definitively as you're looking to increase your influence and impact, not only locally, but possibly nationally, and very likely internationally, and around the world. Why? Because we are in the information age, and we are on the World Wide Web. Wow. That's something to think about. And as you're thinking about it, don't forget, if you want to make an impact, and if you want to work with someone who is a marketer, an advertiser, a business person, an entrepreneur, a copywriter, a coach, one that can help you bring out the best in you and your presentation so it is engaging, influential, and impacting, well, you better give me a call. And here's my number, toll free. It's 866-239-6520. And by the way, you better get on my calendar as quick as you can because it's going to be filling up fast. Because a lot of people are going to want to jump on it. I mean, 2020 is just around the corner. And if you want to be in front and leading, you better get with the program and jump on it. Okay? Because as they say in the dog sledding world, if you're not the lead dog, well, then the view just never changes, does it? All right. Another thing to think about. Anyway, this is Steve Adamko, and wishing you a very Merry Christmas. And let's get on to a real hoppin', rockin', prosperous new year. All right? And the operative word is now. Not later. Now. Today. You know what I mean. Okay. Have a great Christmas and holiday season. And we'll see you and talk to you real soon.